In an interview with Metal Sucks, Pallbearer vocalist and guitarist Brett Campbell said they wanted to write shorter songs so they could fit more tracks into a live set list. And this new Pallbearer album has the most songs of any Pallbearer record with 8 tracks, which doesn't sound like a lot, but by doom metal standards that would normally be a double album epic. Greetings, hard and heavy music fans. I'm Dante, this is the Heavy Haystack, and today I'm talking about the new album from Pallbearer titled Forgotten Days. Pallbearer, no, not that one, are a doom metal band from Little Rock, Arkansas, formed in 2008, and have been a critical darling in music publications pretty much since the beginning of their career. I can't think of another doom band that's received the level of praise and attention that Pallbearer has in the past decade. And they've done it by having a distinct streak of proggy melody to balance out the slow, muddy riffs that the genre is known for. The band gained considerable critical attention in 2012 with their debut full-length album Sorrow of Extinction. They followed that record with Foundations of Burden in 2014, and really found breakthrough success with their 2017 album Heartless, which took their melodic and progressive qualities to new heights while maintaining their doom roots, and wound up on many publications' Best Albums of 2017 list. Having become one of the biggest bands on their longtime label Profound Lore, the band looked to increase their reach by moving to Nuclear Blast Records for their newest and 4th album titled Forgotten Days. With this record, Pallbearer looked to both bring back the metallic edge of their earlier albums, while making their compositions tighter, more efficient, and more digestible than the explorative and expansive Heartless album. And in this endeavor, the band's largely succeeded. Forgotten Days holds the most tracks of any Pallbearer album to date with 8 songs, and fits that into a sleek 53 minutes. The band has already given us a taste of this more ergonomical songwriting focus with some standalone singles, with the bluesy Dropout in 2018 and the more proggy Atlantis in 2019, both of these songs standing around the 5.5-minute mark. As for putting the metal back into their doom metal, the band succeeds at this as well. Right out of the gate, the band opens with the Forgotten Days title track, which has a nasty and powerful riff at its center. After that intro riff, it smoothly transitions into a chuggy and driving riff for the verse sections. They add in a melodic and atmospheric bridge to switch things up, before ending the song on a dark and haunting breakdown, along with one final chorus. There's also the Quicksand of Existing, which is only 4 minutes long. Has Pallbearer gone pop on us? It certainly is the closest thing to a radio song the band has done, and as of this video is the most popular track on their Spotify that's an original song. Structure-wise, it's a fairly simple track that maintains a consistent swaying rhythm, with the guitar work having just a few variations on a similar pattern. It has a verse-chorus-verse structure with these sections seamlessly flowing in and out of each other. There's a nice simple guitar solo, and it closes things out on a doomed-out breakdown. Wow. Another cool thing is that the Quicksand of Existence seamlessly flows into the next heavy track, Vengeance and Ruination. So seamlessly, it makes you wonder if the 2 tracks weren't composed together as one 11-minute long epic. Vengeance and Ruination gives off a similar thematic vibe to its previous track, and feels like the doom metal version of the entire song is a breakdown idea you see in a lot of metalcore bands like Amur. Never thought I'd reference Amur in a doom metal video. Huh. Despite this return of heavier doom elements, the band dishes out the softer, proggy, and melodic stuff that defined Heartless in a heavy dose as well. Riverbed brings this element pretty early on in the record, being the 2nd track. It has a dreamy atmosphere that highlights Pallbearer's distinctive usage of guitar tones. Somewhat clean lead guitar providing mood and character over muddier bass and rhythm guitar, which makes a sound that's both emotive yet powerful. There's a back and forth with the vocals on this track, with the band's bassist Joe Rowland singing over these soft bridges of just clean guitar and sparse percussion, to contrast the fuller sections where the band's lead vocalist Brett Campbell sings. And it has lyrics which match the forlorn mood of the song, which seem to deal with being withered away by strife and depression. Stasis is another surprisingly short track, sitting at 4 minutes, which seems like the band trying their hand at a straight-up rock song. It's not a heavy doom track, nor is it a full-on atmospheric progger. It can best be described as kind of a grunge rock song, with some bluesy riffs that give off a bit of confident swagger, despite the sad lyrics and atmosphere. It's a good track that provides some diversity to the record, while staying well within the idea of what Pallbearer is. Rite of Passage seems to go in a similar vein of being a straight-up mellow rock song, this time with a distinctive chorus that's highlighted by the drums going smaller rather than bigger to push the vocals more to the forefront. Closing track Caledonia fittingly bucks the straightforward rock of the other melodic songs and goes full prog with a lot of atmosphere, chorus-heavy guitar tones, and many diverse sections that are put together really well to sound dynamic yet cohesive. There's a lot of emotion in the song, which is fitting for its theme of dealing with death and makes for an epic closer. Speaking of epic, the band did include one long as fuck song in the mid-album track Silver Wings. It's over 12 minutes in length, and the key to long songs like this is to fill it with enough activity and diverse sections to keep things from getting boring, and Pallbearer pulls this off beautifully. It's a doomed out song for sure, but there's rising and falling action in this track, as well as a lot of intensity, which keeps things interesting and makes it feel much shorter than its 12-minute runtime. My favorite bit of the song is around the 8-minute 40 mark, where the guitars and drums are dropped in favor of a haunting vocal harmony and spacey synths, all before coming back with the most emotion-filled guitar work that's seen on this entire album, and reminds me a whole lot of something that Pink Floyd would do. It's definitely my favorite of the softer songs on this record, and arguably one of my favorite songs of recent memory. With Forgotten Days, Pallbearer is still finding new ways to expand their sound. While previous album Heartless found great ways to utilize the epicness of doom and give it a new coat of prog, this album finds a strong balance of heavy, proggy, and grungy sounds, and instills that with a dose of accessibility to entice more casual music listeners. Pallbearer's Forgotten Days gets a 4.5 out of 5, and is a must-listen for heavy music fans that like a little bit of melody with their heaviness. What did you think of this album? Is it a capable follow-up to their breakthrough album Heartless? Leave a like, comment, and subscribe to the Heavy Haystack if you want to see more videos similar to this one. Peace, love, music, and I'll see y'all next time.